Good evening, everybody out there in Southern Kentucky. And yes, it is Tony Rose with you on a Friday heading into Labor Day weekend. And you know what? What better place to start your Labor Day weekend than at Cheney's Dairy Barn? And I know you're waiting to see like Miss Glimmer or Farmer Carl or Miss Deborah or any of the gang here. But no, I am in the corn maze. That's right. I am actually broadcasting live from inside the Cheney's Dairy Barn corn maze. How awesome is this? 20 years of radio, I've been doing this broadcasting thing for all these years. And I've had a chance to do a lot of stuff, with Stuff the Bus and the Stuff the Bus Foundation, which we'll talk more about here in a little bit on this live broadcast. We lived in a bus. I was talking to somebody the other day. I spent over 60 days of my life living in a school bus at the Bluegrass Cellular on Campbell Lane. But the one place that I've never stayed or done a live broadcast from, a cornfield, until tonight. That's right, a legendary day. We're live inside a cornfield through the miracle of modern technology. And what a great night it's going to be here at Cheney's Dairy Barn. Yes, we're inside the corn maze. I'm somewhere between station A and check-in booth number 2 is what Carl told me as he kind of like dropped me and just left me alone out here in the middle of the cornfield. My only hope is, because the days are getting shorter, that I can get out of here before it gets dark here tonight. This is awesome. You've heard us talking about it on D93. You've heard us, you've seen the promos that our friends at VidMonster put out that are on social media. You've been hearing us, you've been seeing the posts about it, but this is the Cheney's Dairy Barn Corn Maze, and it is open for you guys to come out this weekend and take a tour of. An absolutely gorgeous night here in Southern Kentucky to come out and tour this giant corn maze. Over 6 acres of corn maze right here at Cheney's Dairy Barn, waiting for you guys to come out and take a tour of through really the Halloween season, through as we head into the fall. We are here for you. Kids are already out in here touring it right now and trying to figure out their way through it, which will kind of tell you how it works here in a little bit as well. And of course, fun for the entire family. And it's recognizing some incredible people in our community, and the portion of the proceeds are going back to a great organization as well. So with that being said, yes, that's corn right there. Like, this is corn back here. It is starting to turn. It is starting to signify that fall is upon us. And tonight it's going to kind of feel like a fall night here in Bowling Green in Southern Kentucky and at Cheney's Dairy Barn, which we'll tell you about. They got a big evening planned for everybody, which they're having up at the Dairy Barn, and you guys can come out here and tour the corn maze as well, and you can tour it at night. But let's talk a little bit about this incredible corn maze. It is something else, man. As you guys can see, we are right here. I'm actually in, I believe Farmer Carl said that I'm in the E of the corn maze. Now, here's a map of what it looks like. This map does not do it justice. It's 6 acres large. 6 acres of corn. The corn, as you'll see when we go back to the live shot here in just a second, the corn is over 10 feet tall. Folks, this is the most impressive corn maze. I would say it's one of the most impressive corn mazes in the entire state of Kentucky. You see the map right there, or over here, I guess it is. This is the map. This is the corn behind me. It's over 10 feet tall. Look at this corn. Hold on a second. Let me stand up. You feel as if you're in another world back here with this corn and how tall it is. See, I'm 5'10", 5'9.5". Okay, 5'9.5". But the corn, over 10 feet tall. Absolutely incredible stuff. And over 6 acres, just huge out here for the Cheney's Dairy Barn corn maze. So with that being said, it's going to take you a little while to get through it. So allow yourself about 30 to 45 minutes to fully navigate it. Now, it's more than just trying to start at the start line and go to the finish line. Throughout the corn maze, you're actually solving a mystery. That's right. That's right. As you can see, the Operation Farm Investigation there. there are checkpoints throughout the corn maze. I was telling somebody the other day, if you've ever been to Great Wolf Lodge, one of the fun things they have at Great Wolf Lodge is they have a scavenger hunt for the kids. And it's just fun. It's like Magic Quest. You get to go through and you get to check in at certain stations. Well, that's one thing about this corn maze. They have stations where you check in at to help solve the caper. And you can see some of the characters there, from Boots the dog to Antonio DeLama. I like that. I think I know somebody that would like that as well. Theodore the bull, Frank the pig, the whole gang are part of Farm Scene Investigation. That's the theme this year for it as well. Really cool time for the kids to come out and help solve the caper as they make their way through the Cheney's Dairy Barn corn maze. 6 acres of it, by the way, with 10-foot tall corn. One thing I love this time of year, this fall time of year, and tonight's going to really feel like the real first night of fall in southern Kentucky. It really is. The temperature's going to get down, and it's going to be a great night to come out. We've been seeing so much rain and so much humidity. That's corn, by the way, right here in front. That's corn. There's corn everywhere. If you folks are just tuning in, I'm in the middle of a cornfield at Cheney's Dairy Barn doing a live broadcast. This is a first for me. I'm creeped out yet excited, but it's still a good time. Over 6 acres of corn. To tour your way through it, it's a blast. So come out. Now here's how it works. This year's theme to the corn maze, of course, we talked about Farm Scene Investigation. That's the caper that the kids are going to try to solve as they make their way through to find the checkpoints throughout the corn maze. If you can see on the map of the actual corn maze, if you could look down from above, it's a tribute to essential workers this year. And on the map, you will see some really cool stuff. You're going to see a police officer, a firefighter, a farmer. You talk about essential workers, farmers, right there at the top of the list. And the letters are what you're touring through. Every one of those letters connects to form your way through the corn maze. Absolutely incredible stuff. So as you make your way through, you're going to tour through all the letters, and you're going to see different checkpoints along the way. And honestly, I'm just going to be straight up with you. One of the coolest things I've ever had a chance to be part of in radio is having my radio station's logo for D93 in the corn maze as well. So they have maps. They're going to have maps printed by next weekend. This weekend, as you come in, there's a big there's this map that I'm showing you on the screen right now. You can snap a picture of it on your phone, and it'll help navigate your way through it. Now, again, this isn't a haunted corn maze. Not that cornfields with 10-foot tall corn isn't a little bit creepy on its own, especially after dark. But it's not a haunted corn maze, so you don't have to worry about ghosts and goblins jumping out from behind the stalks of corn. But so it's great for all ages. It's a tribute to essential workers, and you can see some of the great essential workers in the map here that they're paying tribute to. There's a nurse, there's a firefighter, police officer, and of course the farmer, and the big D93 logo right up near the exit as well. 6 acres of corn maze. And another thing that's really cool this year, it costs you $6 a person to go through, okay? But a portion of that $6 entry into the Cheney's Dairy Barn corn maze is going back to a very good cause, and that's the Stuff the Bus Foundation. And of course, you folks know how much the Bus Foundation means to me, and to so many other folks out there. Usually we have a 5K out here, a family fun run at Cheney's Dairy Barn. This year we were not able to do that. So Farmer Carl and Deborah and the whole gang here, just the great people that they are, they said, what can we do to help Stuff the Bus since we can't have the family fun run this year out here in the Glimmer Gallop? And they said, you know what, let's make the corn maze a fundraiser for the Stuff the Bus Foundation. So a tremendous thank you to Carl and Deborah and Wendy and the whole gang out here for helping. So a portion of your entry is going right back to helping kids in Southern Kentucky and the Stuff the Bus Foundation. In 2020 alone, the Stuff the Bus Foundation will award over $50,000 in classroom grants and scholarships to local classrooms and local kids here in Southern Kentucky as they tackle the most hectic and crazy 2020 that they have ever had a chance to try to navigate. So they're giving back on top of everything else as well. We're live at Cheney's Dairy Barn. If you're just tuning in for this little special live broadcast tonight, I had to come out here. I told Carl when they said they're going to put the D93 logo in it, they're going to bring Stuff the Bus on board as well this year for a fundraiser, that I'm going to do a live broadcast for them from the corn maze. So I'm in the middle of a field of corn, and honestly, I have forgotten how to get out. It's going to really be a mystery when we sign off here in a little bit if I can make my way out of this corn maze tonight at Cheney's Dairy Barn. I may need you guys to come and help get me out of this corn maze. It's a corn maze. I'm in the middle of it. I think I'm somewhere around the E or the S in essential workers, somewhere. But this is a first for me. Holy cow. Yeah, this is something else. So come out tonight, check it out. Cheney's Dairy Barn. It's $6 a person, family friendly, okay? A lot of people think of corn mazes, they think it's gonna be scary, or they think there's gonna be ghosts and goblins in it. Not the case. It's creepy enough with just corn. But it's going to be open, of course, tonight. It's open tomorrow. It's actually open day and night. It's not just at night. You can go through it during the middle of the day. It's open right now, actually. There are some kids a few acres back right now trying to figure out. They're probably lost somewhere up in the D93 logo, roaming around. Now, earlier this week, Farmer Carl and I, we tried to make our way through this thing, and it took us over a half hour, and it's his field and it's his corn. So it's going to take you a little while. Here's the thing. We've all been through corn mazes, and a lot of times they're kind of cheesy and it takes you like 5 minutes. This is an attraction right here, and it's right in our own backyard at Cheney's Dairy Barn. Obviously, Cheney's Dairy Barn is open for you guys as well, with that delicious Cheney's ice cream, that delicious Cheney's milk as well. Always fantastic stuff here at Cheney's Dairy Barn on Nashville Road, and an absolutely perfect night to get the family together and come out here to Cheney's Dairy Barn. You talk about outdoor seating, tons of it. And tonight as well, just to spice it up a little bit more, it's ice cream and a movie night tonight. Trolls World Tour, that's the second Trolls movie with Justin Timberlake, of course. They're going to be showing that here tonight, outdoors on a beautiful night. I know the moon's not quite full, but it's going to be a bright night with the moon. The temperature and the humidity are next to nothing. Honestly, you might even want to bring a sweatshirt with you tonight, because my goodness gracious, it's going to be a perfect night here at Cheney's Dairy Barn for ice cream and a movie. Get out here. The corn maze is going to be open. All right. They've got some lighting in it as well, so you guys can do the corn maze. Then you can check out Trolls World Tour, and you can help out a great cause with the Stuff the Bus Foundation, and you can also see this amazing corn maze, which is a tribute to essential workers. We're live at Cheney's Dairy Barn. If you're watching us on Facebook, if you're watching us on Twitter or YouTube, thank you guys for tuning in and spending some of your Friday afternoon as we head into Labor Day weekend. And normally, you know, you'd see us at a business or a restaurant or something like that, but tonight we're live inside a cornfield at Cheney's Dairy Barn. Look at this. I mean, this is impressive. 6 acres. It's the Cheney's Dairy Barn 2020 corn maze. Look at these shots. Look at that. That was earlier tonight when I got here, just before we went live on Facebook. That is a gorgeous sight right there. I'm somewhere in the middle of that right now. Somewhere out in there, in the middle of a corn maze, doing this live broadcast for you guys this evening. Also, of course, here at Cheney's Dairy Barn, it's not just a corn maze, it's also an adventure for the kids. Farm scene investigation. There's checkpoints throughout the corn maze here as the kids make their way through it. They can go to the different checkpoints. They can check in. They've got a card they get stamped, and they can help solve the caper with some of those wacky characters that you see right there on the screen, like Boots the dog, Theodore the bull, Antonio DeLama, and so many others. But you can help solve the caper with the kids tonight at Cheney's Dairy Barn as part of their corn maze. Here's another map of it as a tribute to essential workers. A big thank you as well to not only Cheney's Dairy Barn, but also our friends at VidMonster. If you saw the video, I put it on my Instagram and Twitter and Facebook page, along with the D93 Facebook page as well. It is it's something else, man. It's really, really cool with Farmer Carl, and they did a great job with that. So we're excited about it. We're really excited about it here at Cheney's Dairy Barn, a tribute to essential workers. There's the map again. D93, proud to be part of it as well with our logo up there. You guys come out tonight. Real quick, logistically, how it works: it's $6 a person to go through. A portion of that $6 though is going right back to the Stuff the Bus Foundation of Southern Kentucky to help kids in local classrooms throughout Southern Kentucky. To make sure that they start the school year, and they have started the school year, whether it's in person. Warren County and Bowling Green schools had another successful week in person, along with so many of our other counties out there. I know Barron County's back, Logan County, a bunch of the school systems out there getting back started up. Stuff the Bus Foundation, happy to help start them all on a level playing field, whether it's virtual or in person. And a portion of your entry fee into the corn maze here tonight goes right back to the Stuff the Bus Foundation to help kids in classrooms here in Southern Kentucky. And of course, as you make your way through it, it's going to take you a little while, folks. I would say you need to allow 30 minutes, 45 minutes to go all the way through the corn maze. It's the biggest corn maze. I don't know this for a fact, but I don't see how one could be much bigger than this. But I would say this is the biggest corn maze in the state of Kentucky, and probably one of the biggest ones in the South. So if you're looking for an adventure, if you're looking for some family fun entertainment, or if you just like a challenge, come out and check out this corn maze. It's 6 acres of corn, with corn over 10 feet tall, 11, 12 feet tall in some locations in it. It's going to take you a little while to go through. So if you like a challenge, you want to get some steps in, this is great. Perfect night here at Cheney's Dairy Barn. I mean, perfect night here at Cheney's Dairy Barn to go through and check out the corn maze. The humidity is down. It's next to nothing. It feels absolutely great outside. Later tonight as well, they're going to be showing Trolls World Tour. That's part of Ice Cream in a Movie. Doesn't cost you anything. Come out and grab some ice cream. They've got unlimited. When I say unlimited, it's a farm, people. It's a farm. They have unlimited outdoor seating, okay? They'll back you all the way up to Miss Glimmer's stall if they have to. Plenty of outdoor seating. The staff and the crew here at Cheney's Dairy Barn, this isn't just a new normal thing. This is what they've been doing since the early 2000s. They are top shelf, world class, all the way around. A family-run business from right here in Southern Kentucky that has become just a tourist destination for folks from all over the world. It's right here in our own backyard on Nashville Road. Come out, of course. Inside seating capacity, what is it? What are they at right now? Is it at 50%? Is that what it is? Or is it still at 25? 50% still on the inside, but there is seating there. They do have, of course, not just ice cream and delicious Cheney's Dairy Barn milk, but they also, of course, have a great menu as well that they're ready to serve up for you. All the CDC guidelines, all of the health guidelines being followed to a T. So you're going to need to bring your mask with you, obviously, as you come out here tonight. But of course, unlimited outdoor seating, and probably some of the most fun outdoor seating that you could have. They've been doing outdoor seating here since, like I said, the early 2000s. Of course, they have the playground open. If you haven't been out here and seen the Cheney's playground, maybe if you haven't made it out here this summer yet, as we head into fall, it is rocking and rolling. They're cleaning it very thoroughly. They have cleaning crews out there taking care of that, as well as folks, go on and off. Everybody is not only cleaning after themselves, but they also have the staff here as well cleaning up after. And of course, they have their outdoor open air barn dining area as well that you can go into as well. Of course, social distancing full effect. And that's one thing too about the corn maze that we're in. Social distancing, not a problem in here, okay? 6 acres of corn maze. But one of the really cool things too, the letters and all the designs that are cut into the corn maze, as you see here, these pathways are every bit of 12 feet long, I would say, in the entire corn maze, the way they do this. And I'll explain the best I can how they actually carve this stuff, the corn maze, here in a minute. But you have plenty of room, so even if you're out here and you're touring through it and you run into another family, you have plenty of space to still stay socially distanced between the two areas. So you still have plenty of room to get in here and have plenty of distance between you and any other family. So all of that stuff, I mean, that's just Cheneys. That's just Cheneys being Cheneys. They're on top of it like nobody's business out here. Awesome, awesome stuff. So I was talking to Carl about how they build these, and that's a question that I think a lot of people will ask. Like, how do you get the design into the actual corn maze? And I'm still in it, but how I took it from him, and honestly, I think it's a little bit of like, you know, a little bit of like it's just a secret in general. But so the corn obviously now is full grown, but when the corn is still like, I guess, baby corn, does that make sense? Baby corn? Okay. You think a guy who grew up in Logan County would know more corn terminology. But anyway, but when the corn was small, they have a crew that comes out and they actually use GPS, and from the artwork, they're able to know turn and where to take out the corn and level it down and do whatever they need to do to make the shape and the design, whatever tool they use. But with through the power of GPS, they can make it staggeringly accurate, because that is exactly what it looks like if you could look like it from above. And you really, as you see the map and you're walking through it, you actually can see the letters. Even though you're walking through the letter, if you kind of just step back and look at it, you can go, yeah, that's, or that's a D, and that's a 9 and a 3. You can see the shape of them as they form, which is really, really, really neat. But they do a great job with it. I believe he said it's like a touring company, and they kind of go around to different farms and they make them. But I think this is hands down the most elaborate and largest scale one that they do on any of theirs. So again, it's a really cool thing. We're at Cheneys Dairy Barn on Nashville Road for this special live broadcast tonight, kind of kicking off the fall season, kicking off the Cheneys Dairy Barn corn maze. I am just blown away on a lot of levels at the at this attraction, and that's what it is. Even though it's just corn in a field, it's an attraction. And to not only have the D93 logo in it, but to also have the stuff that must be part of it as well. This is just really, really cool stuff, and I really, really thank Carl Cheney and Deborah Cheney and everybody here for letting us be part of it. So if you're watching on the D93 Facebook page tonight, or my Facebook page, or the Stuff the Bus page, we got some really, really valuable members of our community here with the folks here at Cheneys Dairy Barn. We're live inside a corn maze. All right, so I've got a couple of more minutes, and I can't wait to see you guys come out here. The movie is going to be happening up at the barn, a staple of Southern Kentucky, and I know they are so excited to be doing that again. Tonight it is Trolls World Tour on the big barn for ice cream and a movie. That is really, really awesome stuff. So that's going to be going on tonight. That's going to be going off right around dark, all right, because it's an outdoor movie. It's all outdoor seating, all right, plenty of outdoor seating. Bring a blanket, find you a spot, boom, you're good to go. Also tonight, of course, the corn maze is going to be open. It's open every day as well, so if you don't want to go through it at night, that's cool. You can go through it during the day or at dusk like we are now, and really, really enjoy yourself as you go through the corn maze here. 6 acres of corn maze. Absolutely incredible stuff. That's going on, of course, through Halloween, through the fall, and it's neat right now because the corn is just starting to turn. It's just starting to turn brown. Obviously, by the time Halloween rolls around, this stuff's going to be nice and brown, and it's going to be full on fall flavor. But right now, you still have that crisp of early fall in it, and it's really cool. And really neat to see and go through. It's a fun family attraction. The whole family can go through together, mom and dad and the kids and everybody, and there's plenty of room. The walkways as you walk down, the letters of the design are spaced out so you can still social distance, even the kickoff, if you will. Come out, be part of it. It's $6 a person. A portion of those sales are going to the Stuff the Bus Foundation of Southern Kentucky, which we could not be happier and more honored to be part of as well with the Stuff the Bus Foundation of Southern Kentucky. And of course, tonight is ice cream and a movie right up on the big screen here at Cheney's Dairy Barn. I'm going to go and tour this maze and see how lost I can get. Look at this thing, 6 acres of corn maze here at Cheney's Dairy Barn on Nashville Road. Ice cream and a movie, of course, starts up a little bit later tonight. A special thanks again to our friends at VidMonster for putting out a great video this year. You can see that video here, of course, on our Facebook page, on our social media. A big thanks as well to Cheney's Dairy Barn for letting D93 and the Stuff the Bus Foundation to be part of this great event. And of course, for all you folks out there who are going to come out and enjoy this as a family. This is something that I think will really give you that feeling of like, all right, we're turning the corner in this thing, and it's going to be a great night. Weekend as we head into Labor Day weekend, and a perfect night for you guys to come out to Cheney's Dairy Barn here on Nashville Road in Bowling Green. Check out the Cheney's Dairy Barn Corn Maze. How awesome is that? Help out a great cause. Have fun as a family. We can't wait to see you out here, all right? Thanks again for tuning in and hanging out with me this afternoon. I'm going to go get lost in a corn maze.